Welcome, podcast fans. It's time for the What's Up Bro podcast show presented by J&J Production Studios, the home for all your entertainment needs. All kinds of great topics discussed every week, a variety of different themes offered, special guest appearances, prize giveaways, and so much more. Stay tuned. And now, here are your hosts, Sam Crow and Big Hoss.
Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the new episode of the What's Up Bro podcast show, brought to you by, of course, the one and only J&J Production Studios, your one true home for entertainment. I'm Sam Crow, and of course, joining me, as always, our good friend, Big Hoss. How are you, Big Hoss?
I'm doing pretty good.
Ready for the weekend?
Yep.
Aren't we all? And it's great that we can hang out with you guys again, which I'm sure you all look forward to. We always do, and we are just super excited to be here with you guys again. It just seems like, I don't know, daylight savings still in effect. It still gets darker earlier, but it just seems like the time just flies, and we really hit the weekend so fast. Maybe it's just me, I don't know, but either way, it just means that we get to see you guys, be with you guys a lot quicker than anything else. So we're just super glad to be here, and we hope you are too. It was coming to the end of January already, if you can believe it. We're getting ready to head into February, and of course, it's the month of love. We know Valentine's Day is approaching, which I'm sure a lot of you guys are probably planning for. Maybe some of you are not looking forward to it, depending on your relationship status. But either way, still another big holiday that comes up that we all know and most of us love. I guess that's fair enough to put it that way. So, but we're back here. We're going to hang out and chill with you guys, and I don't know. It's great to be at the weekend. I don't know. I don't want to say there's something magical about it, but it's just, I don't know. Weekends are a lot of fun, a lot of different. Everybody has different things going on, and I don't know. It's just a blast. It's a blast to be there. So we're glad to be here with you guys, and we hope that you're all having a good one. If you missed it earlier this week, we had another episode of, we're still working on the scheduling to get shows out. We apologize. We're still trying to work around that, but new episode of the sports show that came out. We still have another episode coming out we want to work on for ASMR Nighttime Sleep. Again, keep yourselves posted. We'll keep you updated. Again, we apologize. No show last weekend. Big Hoss was, what's the word we're looking for? Is puking your guts up fair to say? That's the delicate way to put it. Yeah, we definitely couldn't do anything there, which was perfectly fine. We want everybody to be on a healthier side doing it. So we apologize for not having that. So we wanted to get some other content out for you. But he's feeling better. We're back and ready to rock and get at it. Again, hoping to have a big year this year, too. We're still trying to see about getting a guest list together for some special appearances this year. We'll see what we got. We'll keep you guys posted. We're going to get some of our friends back on the show here, too. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be a great time. And again, we coming into that weird one, which we kind of titled tonight's episode Spring Fever, because the weather, at least where we are, has been unseasonably warm. What's the weather been like out there in Colorado for you?
Fucking cold.
Is it cold? Yeah, see, it's actually been about 50, which is warm for us. I mean, nighttime was dropping to like under 10 degrees. Oh, look at that. You know what's funny? I had that to drink for dinner tonight, believe it or not. Big Hoss has got his bottle of Pepsi there. That's exactly how I would love to do it. Just get a big one, like 2 liter like that, and just chug it down, as opposed to the bottles, right? I mean, why not?
Well, you have my dinner.
What'd you have for dinner?
Pizza.
Ooh, pizza. From, where do you get it from again? Same place you got for your birthday?
Papa John's.
Papa John's, and the same one, the white, the Alfredo on it?
Yeah.
I gotta say, when I first thought of that, and if you guys missed that show, we did that for Big Hoss's birthday, and then I actually got inspired by doing that. We got Hoss a pizza there, and I never thought about the Alfredo sauce option, which I'm telling you all right now, don't knock it until you try it. It actually is really, really good. It doesn't sound like it would be, but it is actually really, really good. Now, again, it wasn't Papa John's brand. I think the closest one we have is in Allentown, which is it's about 40 minutes away, which is not close enough. So it was Domino's, but it was still good. So I will definitely say it's a new favorite, but always a good thing there. Treating yourself right
You gotta do
for
the
sure.
worst pizza with it, though.
What's that? What's the worst pizza?
olives, Italian sausage, pepperoni,
Ooh,
and Canadian bacon with mushrooms.
sounds good. Who doesn't love a little fungus on their pizza? Why not? I mean, that's how it goes. The only thing you're missing is the anchovies. There's that.
Fuck that.
You don't want salty little suckers on your pizza there swimming around while you're
No.
chewing on the yeah.
No.
Here's what's funny. I'll share this. I think I shared this before too. But my very first job I worked in a restaurant there, and I remember when you work in the salad bar, you have an order that would come back, and there's always a printout on the machine like what the order is for the salad, and you put the salad whether it's for there or to go. But I remember one time I had a to-go order, so I had one of those tin trays. I had to put the salad in, make it. I looked at the sheet, I had it up. Anchovies on the side. Gotta go in with tongs and pull them out, and they're all dripping in their juice in there, and I gotta put them in this little plastic cup. And so I'm like, I don't know, and I'm smelling it, going, ooh, that's salty. Like, why would you want to? And they're looking at me. I'm like, oh, they got eyes and stuff. I'm like, all right, but some people like that stuff. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just it's an acquired taste, kind of like octopus if you've never had that, or squid. So definitely not. Oh, it was horrible. Have you ever had calamari?
Yes.
Ugh. I went to a party. I don't. I went to a party one time.
Calamari.
It was. Oh, it was. I still. Oh.
Fried calamari. Yum.
Ugh. Here's the problem. I went to a party for a friend. I think it was like her sweet 16. It was like almost like a quinceañera kind of thing. It's this kind of Spanish kind of like celebration there. I got what I thought. It looked like onion rings. Okay. So I took some because it looks like the onion rings. You ever gone to like Arby's and you see like the curly fries kind of thing? It kind of looked like that. As soon as I bit in, oh god, I'm like, oh man, what is this? And somebody said to me, "That's fried calamari." Blech. Like, nope, too chewy, naga, no bueno, no thank you, no senor.
I guess we're gonna have some fried calamari at our camping trip.
No, go, oh, please, oh, Lord of mercy, no, I'll go out in the woods and eat berries off the bush. No,
There ain't no berry bushes where we're going.
Ugh. I'll do some. I'll call for Domino's there out in the wilderness. Might be a heck of a delivery charge, but I mean, here's the thing. It's probably not bad if it's prepared well. Maybe if I tried it again, but there's some things that I don't know. It just I can't.
Fried bacon wrapped calamari.
Oh, I don't. A bacon. Oh. My lord. Oh, God. Oh. Just the sound. And you know what was even worse was it was so greasy, too. Like, you could see the grease. I'm like, oh. Like, it's almost like chewing skin. Like, ugh. Oh, there's like no meat on the thing. Ugh. Like, I'd rather have the live squid. Ugh. Nasty. I mean, I like sushi, mind you. I'll eat, like, I have no problem. I don't know. It's just something with... What did I get one time? I had like what was it? Oh, well, I know one thing. I went to a seafood place. I'm like, I'm not getting the undersea special because it had like octopus and squid. I'm like, nope, yeah. Oh no, thanks. You can have all the squid all you want. I mean, I don't know. I know in some countries too, it's a delicacy. So I'm not. It's just not my taste bud. Let me see. What do I like? I'm trying to think of anything I like that Haas wouldn't like. What did I have one time? I'll never forget. I went to it was a hunting lodge, like all you can eat buffet, and they had all kinds of different food. I had squirrel, I had I think we had rabbit, we had buffalo, we had shark. The only thing I didn't like was I think it was the quail or the pheasant. It had a nasty aftertaste.
Yeah.
It has like a tangy, like a little bird. Yeah. Did you know in some countries actually they eat bat guano? You know what bat guano is?
No. That.
Bat droppings. Yep.
Fuck that. That's how you wind up with coronavirus.
Yes. What was like? There's a show you can watch. I forget what it's called. Like the weirdest things like people eat. And in some cultures it's a delicacy. Honestly. So, did you? Oh, here's a good one. If you ever want to try something, try puffer fish. There's only one rule though. You got to be really careful with that because puffer fish tends to be poisonous. It has to be prepared just right. So, but that's like eating eel. I don't even like. Ugh. You ever had eel? Like, why would you? Or I know. We'll have some escargot. You know what that is, right?
What?
Snails.
No.
They're a delicacy in France.
No,
They're delicious.
We're not going to be having that. Fuck you.
You know what I did try one time, which really good? You ever have a good pair of frog legs? Oh, they're fantastic. Fried frog legs. It's like eating Kermit the Frog, but, there's not a lot of meat on them, but they are pretty delicious. So, I don't know.
No.
Oh, man. Now we got to go try food around the world. There's all kinds of fun stuff. It's just, you could eat. Man, I tell you, what is it? And some people eat
calamari.
No, thank you. Please, my stomach's been turning. We had Mexican the other night. I'm still feeling nauseous from that. Like, no, thank you. No calamari. No food.
No calamari.
You can have all you want. I just don't want any. I will. I don't know.
I don't think you had the right type of calamari.
It could have been done. I think maybe it wasn't done. See, that's the thing. I agree with that. If a food is not prepared properly, and I've had some bad stuff, not just the weird stuff, but there's food that's not made properly, it can be really bad. For example, I like scrapple. I like a good piece of scrapple. It's fantastic, but it's kind of like let me see if I can look it up. I want to get the definition because it's hard to explain. There's a term for that. Wait a minute. It's like usually people eat it for breakfast. Scrapple. Scrapple is typically made of hog offal, such as the head, the heart, the liver, and other trimmings.
Fuck that. No, you got me fucked up. That's disgusting, bro. I can't fucking that shit.
No, it's good. I mean, the only
I don't give a fuck. It don't sound good.
You gotta have it. It's gotta be nice and crispy though. It can't be too slimy because it doesn't taste. Oh, it's fantastic. Nice piece of scrapple there. Oof.
I ain't doing that. Fuck that.
Hey, that's a good idea. Hey, can you hear me out there? I'm going to read that to Miss Eliza there because I don't think she ever told that. I'll read it to her later. That's great. But no, it's good. Like if you
reaction.
I'm going to see if I can hold on. Let's see if I can get her to come over. Give me a minute. I just want to read something to you. Give me a minute. So we're talking about this food here. So remember like scrapple, right? You don't like scrapple, do you? You don't like scrapple, right?
No.
You know what's in scrapple?
It's like fried puke.
Hog offal such as the head, the heart, the liver, and other trimmings.
God, that's why
I told him he's on his own.
Yeah, that's what Haas like. I'm on my own. He doesn't want it.
No wonder it tastes like fried puke because it is fried puke.
No, it's not fried puke. It's like it's every other piece of the hog that you don't think about. So it's kind of like I'll tell you a good one too. My grandmother makes homemade her own stuffing when we have Thanksgiving, and she uses chicken gizzards, which are the heart, the lungs that go in the stuffing. So I remember one year I actually watched her make it. She had a bit of a beak left from the chicken part. Like there was a beak in with the gizzards and stuff. Oh, it's fantastic. Like,
no.
Oh, so delicious. You know what I really want to have with a little garlic? It's nice cow tongue. You ever see the cow with their big tongues, Oh.
No, we ain't doing that.
Nice big piece of but scrapple, man, you gotta have it. A little bit of not ketchup as much, but that's like eating the pig intestines or the pig's kidneys going in there. Yeah.
You're on your own.
I'll eat. You eat that. I'll eat the calamari. Then I'll trade you.
No.
Here. I don't know if I shared this. Here's a fun story. So when several years ago, my next door neighbor that actually was a cousin of ours that lived right next to my family house. It was literally a house next to each other. They used to can stuff. They had like can jars in the basement. They would can their own food. So one day he gave my dad a couple of jars of some stuff, which we took home. And my dad decided to open one and eat it one day. Now, it looked like, I don't know if you ever had like stuffed peppers or stuffed cabbage, like in a sauce. It's basically like meat and rice wrapped in like cabbage leaves kind of thing. That's what it looked like. So my dad put it in the microwave, he heated it up, and he ate it. Well, not long after that happened, I noticed my dad's starting to puke and he's starting to gag. And I'm like, what's wrong with that? Like, what's going on there? That's not stuffed cabbage. I don't know what this is. He went next door to talk to my cousin and said, what did you give me in that jar? Oh, that was we had tripe made. So what's tripe? You know what tripe is? Can you guess? Close. It's the lining of a pig's stomach. Like the sac that has, if you take the stomach out of your body, like it's the sac that goes around your stomach there. So it's like eating pig intestines. Yeah, basically. Like freshly pickled in the jar. Like, ugh. Chewy. Oh my gosh! Like you eat all kinds of stuff. You eat every part except for that was like that's just nasty stuff. But now we know we're gonna get Big Hoss for his birthday. We're gonna have a fresh plate of scrapple for you to try that.
We ain't.
I'm telling you, it smells delicious. Like it smells like it's like meat cooking on the grill. It's you won't even know. You can't even tell. That's not a big. You won't.
No, I ain't fucking eating it.
What else? Another thing we had? I'm trying to think. See, I'm not picky when it comes to food typically, so that kind of stuff doesn't bother me. I prefer. We'll get you a nice fisheye, a whole fisheye. You could just pop that sucker in your mouth, chew it up, and oof.
No.
I love seafood. I love crawfish. The little tiny like lobster things. You just pop the head off and suck up.
I ate duck. I ate duck bill one time.
Ooh, that sounds good. Was it tender?
No, the fucking duck bill was like a chip.
Oh, was it? You should have some chicken feet. I heard chicken feet are really good.
No.
If you can get around the toenails. You gotta wonder though, like, and I know I've seen people eat really interesting and weird stuff, but it's gotta make you wonder, like, why do people eat like certain things? Like, I don't know. Maybe because we're spoiled in our culture, we eat so much processed stuff. I don't know. We don't eat as much fresh stuff as maybe a lot of countries do, but I would say that's a part of the problem, at least. Not the sole problem, mind you, but definitely a big one. For the simple fact that I don't know. I mean, like nowadays, people are going vegetarian, meatless. I love plant-based like burgers. If you've never had one, you definitely have to try it. Like, it's absolutely fantastic. So, you typically. Is that your Wii? Oh, that's your PS4 controller. That's what's shiny there. Cool. Big Hoss is multitasking tonight. Or are you watching TV on your PS4? You can do that too. Do you ever do that? I haven't, but I know you can do it. So yeah, no, I think we're definitely we're spoiled in some aspects there, but there is some, and again, I used to say like people that were vegetarian got to be crazy. I can kind of understand it. I myself cannot embrace that because I've got to have meat. I'm a meat eater by nature, so I can eat some vegetarian, but I can't go vegan, I should say, but I can't go strictly vegan. It's just I've got to have some meat. It's that simple. So yeah, just I think that's self-explanatory. But I gotta sneeze. Hang on. Pardon me. Oh, excuse me. Good grief. Spring fever, hay fever, what else is going on out there? But at any rate there. So again, everybody likes what they like. You like your own stuff, so it is, you know.
So what I was thinking...
What were you thinking? Oh, this would be good.
We could take the money we've been saving up for a camping trip as my portion.
We could do that. That's an idea.
So I'll just continue to send it. How much do we have so far?
I think we're at... I have to look and see. It's been a little bit. I'll double check it. I think we're close to like $200 if I'm not mistaken. So I'll double check it. Well, here's what's funny. And actually, I was looking the one time because I was doing some accounting, and I'm like, where'd all the money go? I didn't realize you actually had to complete the transfer. So like all of it was kind of like saved up. So I finally figured out, oh, I got to transfer it over to make sure the money actually lands. But yeah, that's an idea. We could do that. That sounds like a fair idea for sure. Not a bad plan, because really that's there more like as a backup if we need stuff, and if I have to pay anything extra like towards the monthlies. But really haven't had that, so we could do that if that's what you want to do. I think that's perfectly fine with that. I'm also just make sure I refresh all these pages.
Then I know I have money for the trip.
Yeah, well, we'll do that. We'll just keep socking it away until we get closer there, and then we can see what all we need. Because it also buys some time to figure out, like you said, ultimately what the expenses are and all that stuff. And by the time we get close to that and have that, you might have a good portion socked away. So that can work. Let's just see. I'm just posting links here, so I don't have to do it later. So But yeah, there you go. But yeah, so, you know, again, it's whatever you guys like, to each his own. That's what makes us very diverse and unique. And like I said, Big Hoss likes squid. I don't. I like Scrapple. He doesn't. So there, you know. But to be fair, though, here's this. I've at least tried that. Have you ever tried Scrapple, though? You probably haven't. So you gotta be adventurous and try it at least one time. And
nope.
Honestly,
I'll tell you why. Because I don't like liver and I don't like hearts.
Well, here's the thing, though. You really don't notice that. I know that's actually I really didn't know that was a thing, and because I would have number one, it would kind of scare me too. But you got to think about it; they're all blended together. So really, honestly, you will not taste anything, like genuinely, truthfully. It's just it sounds that way, and it makes it sound icky and gross because they always say, "Don't ask what's in it, just eat it." That's kind of the case in that regard. So, but I can understand that. But again, don't knock it till you try. At least if you get courageous and adventurous and say, I'm going to try it just for the sake of trying it, and if I don't like it, I don't like it. That's very fair. Most people I find say those things, and they're like, I don't think I'm going to like it, or it's not going to be good, or whatever. But then you realize that, oh yeah, I actually do like this. Like here's a good example. Miss Eliza has always been adverse to, she doesn't like avocados. I personally love avocados whenever I can eat them. Do you like avocados?
Yes.
So, but lately she's gotten heavily loves guacamole. And I'm like, well, guacamole, the primary ingredient is what? What do you think it is?
Avocado.
There you go. So I'm like, what? You don't like them, but yet you'll eat a buttload of guacamole. So, I think a lot of it too is you get yourself, you psych yourself out like psychologically, and because of that, you automatically just assume that you're not going to like it. And I think it's a fear thing. It's in that sensor of the mindset and the brain. So people just get in that framework, but again, that's where you kind of you shoot yourself down. Where if you mentally say, I don't like it, I'm not going to like it, I won't try it, or whatever those thought process that goes through your mind, it's going to it's gonna hold you back and put you down because you won't even have the nerve to try it. So there's that. But again, I can't fault everybody for that because everybody has circumstances and different things that attribute to that. So some people have a genuine fear. Like I've heard it said, people are afraid of eggs. People can be afraid of milk. I don't know how that's possible, but it's a real thing medically. So clearly there's a lot of truth to that. And again, we can't knock that because we see it as irrelevant there, but some people it's a real gripping fear. Kind of like for me with heights. I was always afraid of heights, and I'm better at it, but I'm not completely cured of it where I want to be way up in the air all the time or up. It's just too scary for me. Like when I was a kid, we used to have there's train tracks near the house where we used to walk down. There was like a little, very small, they call them footbridges, and it was an old rickety bridge where sort of the tradition was kids would love to do is you climb up this bridge and you walk across and you stand on it, and as you stand on it, when the train comes through, it's literally rolling like right under your feet. The bridge shakes. Now, I could never do that. I've tried it a few times, but it was always just ridiculously scary for me. And, you know, as I got older, I learned to conquer that fear a little bit more, but it still was difficult. So, you know, if you have a crippling fear, things like that are, you know, attributing you to that, I can certainly understand that. But it's one of those things that don't knock it till you try it. And then if you tried it and you still don't like it, no harm, no foul. We get it. We understand it. It's what it is. It's how it rolls. It's the whole, you know, whole shebang, whole 9 yards. But, yeah, we get that. So make that a bucket list challenge for you, at least to think about the Scrapple. Doesn't mean you have to do it, but you think about it. You know what you should do is you should go online, watch some videos how it's prepared. Like, it is just so completely succulent that it makes your mouth water. I am not kidding you.
What do you not understand in the word no?
Well, here, okay.
No.
I got another. How about this? I got another one for you. Okay, so that's fine. How do you feel about liverwurst?
Fuck that.
It's not real liver, is it?
I don't give
know.
a shit.
Like I love a nice good piece of liverwurst sandwich with a piece of bread and slices of bread. Oh,
no.
What's really good is liver and onions. The fried piece. Oh.
No.
Now who's turning green? Let's see. Is liverwurst? That's curious now. You learn something new every day. What is in? Yeah, liverwurst spread. Okay. Oh, that's not too bad. So let's see. What is in liverwurst? Pork livers, water, pork fat, seasoning, wheat germ, torula yeast, dehydrated onion spices. Yeah.
No.
Let's see. I could ruin hot dogs for you if you'd like.
No.
Yeah. So there is that meeting information. Okay, but yeah, it's fun with that. Like everybody has their likes and dislikes there. Let's see, what's a popular?
Nobody gives a fuck. That's what.
All right, that's fair. Let's see. Ooh, we got some likes for the episode. Thank you very much. And thank you to the new followers we have on Twitter X now. We're up to 1,051 followers. So thank you guys. Love you all. Appreciate you. We actually have, growing stuff there. And if you guys haven't had a chance, we really do too many announcements. We kind of jumped in. Check out Linktree. Linktree.com/J_J Production Studios. Freshly updated. Hope you guys enjoy that. I think it looks awesome. Check that out there. Of course, you can get all the latest from the show here and all the other shows that we feature here at the studio. We should do a cooking show. That would be fun to do. Although it's kind of hard with, or like we could incorporate food tasting into the review show. That's what we should do. That would be fun.
No.
Really? I think it's a good idea. You don't want a food taste?
How are we going to do food tasting?
Well, for example, like if you're sitting there like with an entree, you could do that. I could get like a table and sit it next to me and have something. We could put it out there for if people submit ideas what they want us to try. So right now, in fact, we're going to post this out there. If we get enough comments or likes...
No, fuck you. You're on your own. Fuck you.
Listen, anything... We got to do what it takes to gain viewership. So, no, I'm kidding.
I ain't eating fucking weirdo food that people fucking recommend. No.
I'm trying to think, what's the weirdest thing we could... That's funny. You know this... Here's a real fun one. You know this... Are you familiar with the show Fear Factor? I don't know if you've ever seen it.
Yes.
But one of the favorite when they ate the 1,000-year-old egg. Like, I don't know how that's a thing, but yeah. All kinds of neat stuff. Yeah, it just goes to show you never know what you can find until you look for something. Or even if you don't look for something, sometimes it just kind of pops up. But, yeah, that's not a bad idea. We're due for some competition there. Or a contest for sure. We'll have to consider that. Maybe something a little more neutral friendly. Speaking of contests, and I know there's another announcement we can have. Reminder for you guys, if you haven't been following too, especially since the holidays we did this, we still have... We're gonna put this out as a challenge. I think we did this last weekend, or maybe the weekend before, but I want to reiterate this challenge. So, we still have the signed photo from our good friend Miranda Maverick to give away. Now, our challenge is going to be, we have a few more entries that we're interested. We're going to post the photo again at certain points this year. And the goal is going to be is if nobody else puts in for that, we don't know. We're gonna go with who we have. Big Hoss's name is in there. He's definitely gonna have a chance to win it.
I'll be right back, my friend Phil.
Okay, no problem. We'll be here. See, we're a full service here. We have all kinds of stuff. You never know what's gonna happen there, but we hope things work out there. It's just always it's crazy. I'm gonna end the meeting though because we don't need this up right now. But yes, we are going to run that. We're planning to run that for the year. We want to give this away. If you guys want to have a chance to enter in to get it, you can do it now. Don't be afraid. So it's very simple. We're going to post the photo around again. Just like, comment, repost, share it, whatever. I'm not sure what to say nowadays. Social media keeps changing on us that it's sometimes hard to keep up with it all. But either way, get yourself a chance to... have a chance to win it. We want to give this away. So if you guys are interested, you know what to do. We'll post it around. All you have to do is like, comment, and you can even email us if you want to. You guys know the email, j_jproductionstudios@yahoo.com. Give you a chance to win that photo there. We want to give that away. So you know how to do it. We'll keep posting it all throughout the year. And if you guys want a chance to win it, this is how you can do it. So hopefully you guys will take advantage of that as well there. But again, we understand too, but we just want to make sure everybody gets that great opportunity to have a chance for that. We'll keep posting it. Check all over. It also is available on YouTube. We do post it in the community chat there. In case you guys didn't know that, you can check it out there as well. I think it's a good time now. We'll take a little break. We'll see. I'm not sure. Hopefully Big Hoss will get back. He'll be back in a little bit. If we're still going on the air here, if not, then we'll probably have him back tomorrow because, of course, we'll be back tomorrow night for another episode as well. We're due for a game corner, which actually I think we're going to probably do that tomorrow. That was the plan for last Saturday, but again, unfortunately, Big Hoss was sick. So we will make sure to have that for you guys tomorrow night. Hopefully everybody's feeling good. But so glad to have you guys here. It's the weekend. We hope you guys like to kick back and enjoy it. We love having you guys here with us. We love being there with you no matter when, where, how, why, and when, where, what. I forget that. All formats. You know the plurals there. You can do it. Figure it out. You know the sayings. But we're there for you guys. We love it. We hope you guys love us as well. We appreciate your support there. Looking forward to a great year this year. And we hope that you guys will continue to follow along with us as we continue to grow. More surprises, more great excitement, and things to come that you don't want to miss. So make sure you're following us on social media specifically because a lot of updates come in through there as well. So that's the easiest way you can keep track of it all. We do try to update all of our socials all the time. So keep track there. No matter where you follow us, there's always an update to be had. So with that being the case here, great time to get a snack break, bathroom break, whatever you got to do. We'll be back here in a little bit for more. The night's not over yet. Plenty more stuff to chat about here. Kicking it back Friday night. Great start for the weekend. It's finally here. TGIF. Who's excited? I know I am. I'm sure you guys are as well. We'll be right back for more. Stay tuned. Do not go away. You don't want to miss what's coming up next. Right after this.
Hey audio fans, are you looking for fun and excitement? Have you been searching for that special show? You know, the one complete package you want in a podcast? Then check out the What's Up Bro podcast show and experience what true entertainment is all about. Stay tuned and don't miss the action. Available on your favorite streaming services, including YouTube. Thank you for all your support. And as always, we'll see you at the show.
We'll be right back to the show with more in just a moment. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back to the show with more in just a moment. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back to the show with more in just a moment. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back to the show with more in just a moment. Please stay tuned. Break time is over. We're so glad you stayed tuned. Now back to the action as the show is set to resume.
Yeah, welcome back, everybody. Hope you didn't have to wait too long there. It always seems like forever, but we all have to take a break every once in a while. Even we here at the studio need it because, well, we just do. It's just one of those type of things. So, let's see. Hang on one second. Yep, that's kind of what we're waiting to. So Big Hassan, unfortunately, his friend is in dire need there. He's going to be helping him tonight, so he will not be back. So we'll see him tomorrow night. We are going to plan, as I mentioned it before the break, I'll mention it again in case anybody's tuning in just now. We are going to be doing a game corner tomorrow night, as long as everybody is healthy and able to show up. Hopefully none of us will be sick, but one never knows anymore in this day and age. So it's this, kooky time of year that anything could happen. So we will be having that available for you guys. Hopefully you can come play with us, play along. We try to find different things to help you guys get accustomed to, used to. If you have any game ideas too, let us know. Send them in to our email too. Give us some things to think about. Because there's a lot of games that we can try. Some games we know a lot about, some we know very little, and some we've never even heard of. And I'm sure that's a lot for everybody. But we love to play and learn new things. So if you guys have any suggestions or recommendations, please feel free to hit us up on social media or email us. Anywhere you can contact us. We're very easy to reach. So let us know. We'd love to get you guys your suggestions there, and we will give you a shout out for that and credit in order in doing so. So that's on the docket for tomorrow night. We'll keep you guys posted there as well. Let's see. Sorry. So, yeah, there we go. So that's pretty bad. I hope Pulse's friend feels better. That's a serious, dangerous situation there. So apparently he's fallen, and it's a lot worse than he thought. So they're trying to help him out there. So we wish him the best, and our thoughts and prayers, and hope things work out there as well. So let's continue on here. We're going to go a little bit yet. Let's see. All right, there we go. Sorry, it's always hard to talk. It's like chewing gum and walking, which I always used to think that was hilarious. I'm sure a lot of us did, because who does that? It doesn't sound like it's super hard. But if you haven't tried it or had issues with it, you understand it's a lot harder than you think. Believe me. So, but yeah. So anyway, hopefully you guys didn't get too nauseous from that there. Again, we're just sharing some ideas. Look, it's everybody we have our own unique flavors of things that we like, and as I mentioned this before on an episode where, we have different taste buds and different things that changes over the course of time. So I never liked onions as a kid. Now I do. Now there's not all kinds. It's more so the white onion. I prefer it raw. I still have a thing about cooked onions. I can eat them, but it's not really my cup of tea even to this day. So point being is that not all of us are going to like the same things. Not all of us are going to have the same taste examples there. But if you have an opportunity to try something new, at least try it once. Then at least you can say you did. And if you didn't like it, understandable. Nobody can blame you or fault you in that regard, because you tried it. And that's all you can ask. You ever remember when your mother used to say that when you were growing up? My mother used to say it all the time. And it was always hard, because it's like, I don't know if I want to try it. I don't know. Like, it's one of those type of things. But in a lot of aspects, in a lot of ways, I'm glad I did, because I ended up actually had a lot of found a lot of favorite things that I never thought I'd like before. So there is that. So that's a definite plus of trying new things, because you never know. A lot of things always don't sound the best, but you try it and you might find something new you like, or you might find something you don't like. But life's about opportunities too, so we got to take advantage of that, right? So why not? Why not try it? But there you go. So just to kind of preface that, we are deeply sorry if we made anybody nauseous or upset or had a bad reflex for anything reason. Hopefully you weren't eating anything, because that would be pretty bad. So there is that. That's a disclaimer for you all, but I digress. There we go there for that as well. Well, I'll tell you what, let's talk about it. I know we're not in the sports show, but since we're speaking of that episode there, as most of you guys may or may not know, depending if you are a sports aficionado or if you're just a casual viewer or whatever the case, maybe you have a loved one who's got that man cave all decked out with all kinds of memorabilia. But this is championship weekend. We are down to the final 4 NFL teams to see who will be in the Super Bowl coming up in a few weeks. It's different this year. Like I said, I haven't really watched a lot of football actually this year. I've been following scores and everything, but it's just kind of a change of pace. Not having anybody really rooting for a few different people, but kind of just being more of a spectator on this one and not heavily invested has been kind of nice. Where, there's no stress involved. And I don't know. It's just something about when you kick back there, you don't have to worry about it. And it is nice in some regard. But it's kind of nice down to the Final Four. There's some good teams there. In case you didn't know this, too. So we're down to the AFC Championship between the Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs, and the NFC Championship between the San Francisco 49ers and the Detroit Lions, which again, would be wonderful to see Detroit. It's one of those Cinderella stories. They have not had a championship in team history. The problem being is that I just don't think they're going to do it. However, I will say this. I've made this bold prediction, and I think I did this for when we did the I'm going to say this again. We did it when I did the episode earlier this week. My bold prediction is this. I am picking the Baltimore Ravens to win the Super Bowl, win it all this year. I fully believe that will be the case. But I have said, I will say this again, if, that's a big if, by the way, but if the Detroit Lions somehow miraculously defeat the San Francisco 49ers, I will say the Lions are going to win it all this year. And I can safely say that because you've got to give credit where credit's due. If they're able to beat a team like San Fran in their home stadium, why not, right? I mean, it's just one of those things. So, do I think it's super likely? No. But I just feel like you got to have at least one really crazy prediction that has to be thrown out there, okay? And that's mine. Now, I'm sure, and I don't know, I can't give names or can't give details. I'm sure there are others who agree with me and feel the same way that I do. But, again, is it going to happen? Not likely, but who knows? It's been such a wild run in the playoffs this year. If you hadn't been following, like, you can go back and look at it and you'll see what I mean. That it would kind of just make sense, you know? So, I think it's highly possible. I don't know how it's possible. We'll just leave it there. So that's my weird and wild prediction there. Now, a lot of people bet on it. You shouldn't really, I don't think, but I can't control everybody else. I wouldn't place money in it. I heard on the radio somewhere that they're placing a bet. I think it's $25 million on the Super Bowl. I don't know if it's team specific yet, since obviously we don't know who's going to be there. But it's just crazy, right? Why would you... It's like playing the stock market or gambling, gambling or playing the stock market. Nothing is guaranteed. Now, obviously nothing in life is guaranteed. That's for darn sure. But it just seems a little bit out there when you take a gamble like that. Now, I said this, and a lot of you guys might remember this. If you don't, here's a fun story for that. So a few years ago now, back... in 2018, February 2018. Super Bowl 52 was the Eagles and the Patriots. Okay? Now, me, like a lot of people thought, well, the Patriots are a lock to win it because they were heavily favored. And the Eagles had a good year, but, you know, it's just not sure if they're going to get over that hump. It's a rematch that has been done. The Patriots beat the Eagles in the Super Bowl before, so it just made sense. There was, I want to say, I'm not sure if he was an Eagles fan for sure, but there was one guy who, he made the news where the Patriots were the heavily favorites to win, I think by all Super Bowl betting odds. This guy went and bet $1 million on the Eagles to win. And people are like, man, you got to be nuts. Are you sure? Like, that's a lot of money to lose, you know, and it's just, it was astronomical. It was weird. Well, it turns out they won, so hey, sometimes it does pay. But it's very far and few in between. So unless you have a good stroke of luck or had a good run of luck before, it's probably not going to happen. So just some food for thought if you're considering, you know, and I do not condone, nor will I ever condone sports betting and gambling. So just so we're clear. So nobody misunderstands me or we get hate mail or letters saying, hey, Sam and everybody at the studio said this. We don't advocate that, just so we're clear, okay? So keep that in mind, folks, all right? We just want to make sure we put that as we put an asterisk on that on top of it. So there is that. But yeah, so there is that. But it's interesting for sure. But I don't know, it's just wild and crazy. We have so many things going on in the world today that it's just, I don't know, it's absolutely crazy. It's absolutely nuts. I don't know. It's one of those things, right? I mean, part of the reasons we've shared this many times, and we'll share it again. We're actually going to take one more small break. I know we had one recently, but I do want to get a little bit more here. We're going to probably go just a little bit over yet tonight. I want to share some final thoughts. Preface ahead of some things coming up for this year, which we have been sharing that, but we got some plans we want to share with you guys again, especially if you're new. And if you are, welcome. We're glad to have you with us. That's going to be at the last part of the show tonight, of course. But what I want to mention here, before we take one more break, and I also want to play, because I love playing the music. These tracks are fantastic. Shout out to the artists that put these out there. We just can't say enough. Soundstripe.com, check it out. Not sponsoring our shows in any way, but proud partnering with them. We have our account there. It's great. We love it. It helps us out greatly, and the quality of the music is wonderful. Can't wait to add some more tracks in the future very soon. One of the reasons we started doing the shows here that we have, and any of them, I mean, this is the main show, obviously, but we have others, it's just to have a lot of fun and make things very lighthearted and relaxed. And I think I said this when we had Mr. J on the show with us back in October. October. My dinner's coming back. I actually ate earlier tonight for you guys that follow us regularly. Usually we eat later, but we actually had an earlier dinner night tonight. We try not to get into heavier topics. We do want to discuss things that are relevant and that are important, but we don't talk about the heavy topics because we're trying to keep things fun and relaxed. We stress about enough stuff. We all stress about things throughout the course of the week that we don't need to be worrying about on the weekend. The weekend is our time, and it's just the opportunity where we want to relax, we want to have fun. You know, we don't want to sweat the small stuff in any regard or anything like that. So this is why we try to stay away from controversial subjects. But they do come up now and again and occasionally. So, but that's a big part of that, and that's why, like, a lot of times it sounds like we talk about really weird stuff, but we're just trying to find ways to have fun and relax, kick back for you guys, all that great stuff. That's the whole reason what builds around our shows, the theme, really, if you will. In addition to some other fun things that we have going on occasion too. So there is all that in addition to that, but everything else. But that's really the main reason. That's why we do what we do, and we hope we can inspire you all to do it too. I mean, everybody has the potential to give something back. Whether you agree with everybody or you have different opinions or there's things going on, you can still have some kind of positive influence on other people. Whether it's your friends or people you know in your own community or in your own hometown area. That's why I think about it every time I look on the podcast list, because there's a lot of podcasts out there. We know that. We say it all the time. This is why I think about this question a lot when we talked with Deanie and the guys. We had that question. I was on the Pod Z Quad podcast, which I'll be contacting him. I want to get back on that show again soon. But the main reason that we don't think about is, and we always say, how do you handle competition? That was the question that was read. And I believe I said it best, and this is the thought that Haas and I share with doing the shows here, is we don't think about competition. Because truthfully, we're all trying to strive to do the same thing. But we're all each have unique approaches to how we do things, which we do. You guys can tell. If you've seen our show, listened to our shows and been around here long enough, nobody's going to do exactly what we do. There's similar shows. I'm 110% certain of that. I'd be really surprised if there wasn't, but I'm willing to. That's the only thing I'm willing to gamble on, if we're going to be honest, is that there's at least another show that's like us, but not in the same context. We're all trying to all succeed together. So we're not trying to one-up anybody. We're not trying to crush the competition. We're not trying to take down our opponents or have a quote-unquote opponents, if you will. And so when you take all that stuff aside, because I've heard people say, even on the show with the guys, starting a podcast, I don't know, will they make it? You have an idea, if you want to have something fun to talk about, then just do it. Go for it. I mean, what's the worst that's going to happen, right? So that's just something that I think everybody can benefit from. And when you put your focus into what you enjoy doing with your show or shows, if you have like us more than one, that gives you a reason to keep going. And also it's the success factor, which we talk about a lot. If you're looking to make big bucks doing this and be as rich as Bill Gates or Mark Zuckerberg or Steve Jobs, or to name a few, Elon Musk, you can give out a few of them out there, it's not going to happen necessarily. I'm not saying it can never happen for anybody, but it's kind of like the music business, which we share too. It's very hard to make it. But if you're doing it to entertain, to enjoy, you can make some money out of doing it if you do it right and if you draw enough of an audience. Like I said, we've been here for almost 2 years now. Believe it or not. I can't believe we're coming into our second year already. We've had a lot of growth. It's been slow going. We still want to go a lot more than what we're at, but we feel that we're doing our part to add to the podcast community. and that's what we want to do. And just like anything else, and we have a love and desire to do that, and we have the ability to give our thoughts and our opinions and to entertain you guys, and just so many different things that we can do that, on an average basis we probably couldn't ordinarily. That's just something that is a core part for that. And why am I sharing all this? And why, Sam? Why do you share all this stuff? Well, it's good for a reminder now and again, because in case you guys ever wonder, that's kind of why. That's exactly the reason why we do what we do. There's a purpose. There's a method behind the madness there, if you will. That's a classic saying, but I like to use it. So, patent pending, it is copyright trademark, so I can't use that. But I can say it if I give credit where credit's due. But anyway, so just a kind of reminder for that, and to kick back and all that great stuff. It just kind of gives you that little bit of relaxing there. And we always say we welcome difference of opinions too. So if you don't always have to agree, you maybe not like a lot of stuff we say there, perfectly fine. To each his own. We don't hold grudges or anything like that. So we perfectly welcome and respect differences of opinion. So, but with that being said, and that being the case though, that's just to help you guys get a fuller grasp and picture of who we are, what we're all about, and why we do what we do. So there is that philosophical lesson for you for the evening, as Confucius would say. I'm just kidding. So just to get bored there. But anyway, bore you to tears. Let's take one more pause here. We'll come back. We'll chat a little bit. I'll share some stuff with you guys, some exciting things that we're hoping for this year. Give you guys a little more insight, hopefully, for tomorrow night. Think about what we're going to do. Again, the weekend is still young. We hope you guys are kicking it off in style, whatever you're choosing to do. It's the weekend. Weekend is fun time. So for a lot of us, it could be sleep time. If you're really tired, a lot of people catch up on sleep too. So depends on what side of the spectrum you fall on. But either way, the weekend is a great time to relax. One way, shape, or form or another. We hope you guys take full advantage of that. So I want to make sure I get the right segment going, because we have so many things here listed, and I don't make sure I don't click the wrong thing, because I've done that before. This time I won't. There we go. All right, stick around, stay tuned. A little bit more of the show coming up. Our night is not completely over yet. See you guys in just a moment. Last chance. Get that snack if you did. If you've been holding your bladder, don't hold it anymore. Go to the bathroom. Go now. You got time. You can even pause it if you want to pause the episode. You can. Or if you want to let the show run, just turn up the volume. You can hear the music. It's wonderful. Play for it. It's almost like elevator music. It's in the background. You can enjoy it, whatever you're doing there. But we'll be coming right back, so don't go away. Stay tuned for more until we sign off there. You know the show's over at that point, but it's not quite there yet. So come on back. We'll wrap things up very shortly for more here at the What's Up Bro Podcast Show, brought to you by your number one home for entertainment from your favorite host there at J&J Production Studios. So glad to be here with you guys. Happy Friday night to you all, and we'll be right back. Do not go away. Plenty more to come here as we wrap up for the evening. TGIF, it's the weekend. Stick around. Be right back. See you shortly.
Hey there, do you love podcasts? Are you having difficulty finding the right ones to listen to? Is it frustrating when you're trying to pick that show? You know, the one where everyone must collectively agree on? Like finding a good movie or TV show to watch, do you look for the most jam-packed entertainment that's possible to find in a single episode every week? Then search no more, and welcome to J&J Production Studios. It's our business to provide the best entertainment and information available for you. Whether you're sitting in that comfy chair with your favorite snack and beverage listening live each week, or downloading your favorite show episodes to take with you on the go while you're at work, exercising, or even just to play at night for you to fall asleep to. There's something for everyone, no matter what size, shape, or age you are. Visit www.linktree.com/J_J Production Studios to find all the streaming services where our podcast shows can be found. You can also connect with us on your favorite social media platforms, including Facebook and Twitter. You can join our public Discord server and chat directly with us. But wait, there's more. You can subscribe to our official YouTube channel and be notified every time a new show is broadcast. Wish you could have some studio souvenirs or collectibles? Guess what? You can. Visit the official store where you can purchase items featuring your favorite podcast and show hosts. Would you like to help support us? You can do that by getting your very own exclusive membership on our Patreon account. All proceeds go to help us upgrade our shows, which will only enhance the entertainment provided to you. Thank you so much. We're excited to have you as an audience. Your love and support are always appreciated. We'll see you soon.
We'll be right back to the show with more in just a moment. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back to the show with more in just a moment. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back to the show with more in just a moment. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back to the show with more in just a moment. Please stay tuned. Break time is over. We're so glad you stayed tuned. Now back to the action as the show is set to resume.
I hope, there it is. I hope nobody, sorry, clicked the wrong button there. I hope nobody fell asleep yet. We're just about to wrap up the show here for the evening. Just a couple more final thoughts I want to share with you guys before we send you on your way. Send you a packing, maybe right off to bed. Maybe you are sleeping, so sorry if you are. That's great. But anyway, hope you guys are looking forward to tomorrow night. So we're going to have a game corner, and we're going to play some fun games. I'm not sure exactly what. We're going to try some new ones. We're going to do some research tomorrow and see what we can find out. Hopefully you guys will stick around for that. Come join us. We'd love to have you there. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be fun, incredible. It's always a great time, of course. But we hope you guys will stick around and join us for that. Of course, you can play along or play at home. Whatever you want to do there, just make sure that you tune in and listen. And again, if you have any suggestions, by all means, share them with us. We love to play and learn new games, so we'd love to hear that from you guys. But lastly, I want to share with you guys before we send you on your way, too, is had a great year last year. We said 2023 was going to be a big year. It was. We're hoping, we don't know how it could happen even better this year, but we're hoping. So working on some things there, working on some ideas. We're hoping that we can get some surprises for you guys. We'll see how that goes. We're already going to working on some things that we're going to start planning for, like expanding our schedule, which we're still trying to get that down, so don't worry. We'll have that soon. Make sure you keep an eye on social media. We'll be posting you guys updates about how that's going too. But it's early, and we know it's going to go through fast, though, so we're really going to work hard, and hopefully we can pump things up this year, and we hope you guys will stick around with us for that. But it's going to be great. We're trying to raise the bar every year, and just when you think it can't happen, sometimes it does. So we're going to try not to overthink it, but we're going to try to make sure things do happen so that everybody has a chance to share in that slice of pie of success. So as we say goodnight for the evening, of course, Big Hoss sends his well wishes. Of course, reminding you guys, please don't drink and drive. Be responsible if you're out partying. Have a good time, but please have someone to drive you. Just take care of yourselves and others, and just don't do the smart choice, okay? Please. Same thing when we say, you guys, be happy, be healthy, and be safe there. Make sure if anybody's sick, don't go out anywhere. Stay home, rest up. It's that time of year. Everybody's still getting sick. We want to share the love, not germs. So it's just not very fun, and everybody else will appreciate it if you don't do that. So there is that. So please be mindful of that as well. And hopefully, we can all live a happier and healthier life. And remember, too, come back tomorrow night. We will be here same time and same channel. We're going to have a great time, fun night, great way to spend a Saturday with some fun games. What will happen? Who knows? Who will end up crying? Who will end up shouting all kinds of fun things? Could get competitive. You guys have heard it before. We do get pretty fun and fierce with these games. So you never know what can happen. You just have to tune in to find out what exactly will. So until tomorrow night, you guys, thank you again for being here with us. It's great to be back this weekend. Love you all. Appreciate you so much. Until we see you soon. Next time, tomorrow night, same bat time, same bat channel, right here at the show. Good night, guys. We will see you all tomorrow night.
Thank you for listening to the What's Up Bro show. Catch all the latest live action on your favorite podcast streaming services, including Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more. You can also check out episodes on the studio's official YouTube channel. Subscribe and become a member today. Don't forget to also turn on notifications so you'll know when new content is uploaded. Stay tuned and don't miss a single moment. We love and appreciate all your support. And as always, we will see you at the show.